All right, here's the thing. Y'all look wonderful, but we have heard that since the cameras have gone away, this has become the most contentious cast in the history of Married at First Sight. We have never had a season where the spouses don't sit together with their exes even. What's been going on?
I think that there was a lot that happened on camera and more so off camera for our season. And I think for at least the ladies in pink, like a lot of our husbands were more concerned about optics than about their marriages. And that was extremely difficult to be a part of. And so I think now, since optics are still a part of the picture, there's still not trust there to move forward yet.
There seems to be a lot of tension between this side and that side. Why?
I think there's some unresolved things.
What's unresolved?
I think it's really hard having to be sitting here with people who treated you poorly and haven't taken any accountability.
Zero.
Some people hid. Brennan, Cam, you did too, and they ran away from the problem. So it's just an uncomfortable situation being here. And
How did I run away? I think that's a direct accusation.
Yes,
I can address, right?
you can.
Please.
How did I run away?
Right after.
Where were you?
You
How,
left.
how did I run away?
Let me please answer the question. You ran away because after your marriage, you pulled her aside and said you're not attracted to her, so you ran away emotionally. That put her in a really vulnerable spot.
Oh, interesting.
Secondly, you physically left.
Wait, hold on, stop. Did you pull her aside and say, I'm not attracted to you?
Absolutely not.
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
you did. That's why there's tension.
There's tension because there are liars and there are truth tellers.
Yes.
That's why there's tension.
Hold on.
There is so much tension because we have perpetually been lied to. Us 4 girls have been lied to so many times. And it's difficult in this situation because we know that nothing is actually going to be resolved from this. We just all have to know that all of us sitting here know the truth.
Also, I think there's a sense of silencing, like Brennan deleted my diary cams. Like,
Deleting or asking you to delete them?
what?
Deleting or asking you to delete them?
It's the same thing. Like, you were sitting on the bed while I'm in the bathroom. You're like, I won't go to sleep until these are deleted. Like, that is putting me in an uncomfortable position and it's controlling. So there's a sense of silencing in addition to just straight up lying.
Brennan, did you work to deceive this process, to change the outcome of this process by deleting things or not showing things?
No, we live private lives. Wait.
You can't live a private life on a public television show.
I mean, there's things we talk about that we want on camera, and there's things we don't, and that's something we all do. None of us have been on a reality show. We were like, no idea what to expect, so we thought, let's all band together. Let's not give the producers the control to spin the narrative however they want. We're like, let's take control for ourselves and tell our story the way we wanted to. Our goals, collectively, was to get through this together in the best possible way. So when we said, let's come up with a plan, it wasn't, oh my God, she's gonna look bad, I'm gonna look great. It was, how do we both look great? Was it wrong? Yeah, maybe. Was it right? I don't know, but we all agreed, and that was the plan. And now
But why isn't it about making a marriage successful
Or
rather
just
than
being
who looks
yourself.
great?
Yeah, or
Why are you making it seem like such a bad
Because-
thing that we united together to come up with a plan that benefited us all?
That was a control
Okay,
mechanism.
so you guys could have said no at any point.
Oh, okay.
You guys all were like, yeah, that's great, let's go with it. And now all of a sudden it's all of our faults. It's like you can't have your cake and eat it too.
But why were you more concerned about strategizing with the
We
optics?
weren't. We were just like, how do we get through this all together? And then we
Get
thought
through
of that.
what?
The filming, there was a production element that we were all trying to navigate.
But for us, the difference is which should have taken priority, the optics or us? Like the strategy or the marriage?
What was the
We felt it was the men trying to strategize with us about how to look good, how to get an Instagram following after this, how to get a business, like how to do whatever after this. They acted like it was a game of Survivor, and we honestly just went in hoping for marriage.
Well, that's what I want to know. Who came to get married and who came to actually just...
Everyone's gonna raise their hand, but people are lying.
Orion, did you come into this to get married?
I did.
You believe that?
No, because on day 2 of our marriage, he let me know that while he was excited to find a wife, he applied for the show for selfish reasons, and the selfish reason was to highlight his community and showcase Indigenous people to the world. He told me that almost verbatim. So I was a consolation prize.
Oh man, I love the lies that are going around. So I said, I've never had a platform like this before. You didn't like that. And so I said, I'm sorry, let me backtrack. You know, when I say platform, you know, it's exciting for me because, you know, you're my wife, you know, right there, right then in that moment. And it's exciting to document all of it because it would be our story at the end. And that's what I said.
Austin, you said you came to get married.
Yeah, of course I came to get married. I don't care about being on TV or having social media. Like, that's never been a priority in my life.
Is that why you plugged in cameras to have a conversation about optics with me?
No, I plugged those in so that some of the stuff that hadn't been caught on camera when we had a disagreement could be caught on camera.
I will say this, that every time this happens, when everybody plots and plans and you screw up the whole experiment, this show is thought through. The experts spend an inordinate amount of time trying to match you up with somebody who can be your partner for life. And when you try to deceive the process, you end up getting screwed. I swear to you, each and every time. It is without fail. It happens all the time because everybody tries to outsmart this show that's been around for a long time, and all it's about is seeing you go through an authentic experience. That's it. And it's hard watching yourself on
On the
TV.
note of outsmarting, I think it's important that we know that like Cameron was like the initiator of planning for all of this.
And I also think it's important to state that I know that their stories add up because of what Cameron said to me privately. Cameron pulled me aside at the honeymoon and said, Lauren, I know a way we can get out of this.
Did the same thing to me, and I want to speak to my experience because my experience was so off camera. Off camera, we were strategizing. On camera, we were executing the strategy in which you created. Yes, I went along with it. What other option did you give me? I wanted to be your wife and do right by you. And doing right by you meant following what you were, your lead. You were the puppet. Like, you were the master, I was the puppet.
Nice Freudian slip. I was the puppet.
Say,
Okay, you can
Hold
think-
on, let Cameron.
Brandon, I gotta take.
Let Cameron respond, please. Let him talk.
Yeah,
Go
let's hear
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this is my first experience with being gaslit like this, like just in general in my entire life. Okay.
That we're all going along with you and your plan.
Please take the lead, Cameron. Oh, I don't know how to do this on my
Yeah, because
own.
guess what? I was manipulated by you.
I just, hold on. I want to let him talk for a second.
So, first of all, I think maybe some context is worthwhile,
Yeah.
right? Wedding night, Claire and I, we had a lengthy conversation. We talked about what we would like in a partner. I got what I wanted, she didn't, right? So things are rocky for day one, right? But things took a turn pretty badly pretty quickly. The second night of the honeymoon, after hours of crying, Claire shared that she was in love with her boyfriend. And I say boyfriend because it's my understanding that it was active. You were f***ing someone else.
You are lying.
Those are your words.
You are lying.
Those are your words.
You are making things up, Cameron.
You told me on our honeymoon that right before our wedding, you had sex with him. And not only that, but that you were in love. Those were your words.
You are lying.
In love.
I'm not putting this past you. If he got that, then
Hold
I
on.
have
Okay,
my
so hold on. Claire, was there a boyfriend
No.
during your marriage?
No, there was not. There was not.
Was it right before?
It was a year. I told him, he said, when was the last time you were in love? I said, a year before filming. And I said, things didn't work out. This is what happened. Literally the night after the wedding, he's talking on and on about how no one got what they wanted with their matches. Brennan didn't get this, Austin didn't get that, on and on. I didn't get what I wanted. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he said, well, you know, I asked Pastor Cal for someone tall and slender. And in that moment, 2 + 2 is 4, I'm not what you wanted. And maybe that was me reading between the lines, but that is offensive. Also, we shouldn't have been having a conversation about our attraction or our type day one. That should have never been a conversation brought up. Who brought that up? You did. And then on the way home from the honeymoon, he sends me a text saying, like, I know a way out of this. We can act like this never happened if you want that to be the case.
If you want, I wanted to be married to her the whole time.
If you want, why would you even ask that?
I've got this person telling me that she's attracted to exactly the opposite of me.
No.
Were you attracted to him?
I was.
You were
Up
attracted
until-
to him because it seemed
Literally
like in
the
the
first
beginning
time
that
she's
you...
ever said it. Literally.
I
not
was
kidding.
very attracted to you. At the wedding, I was giddy, I was happy.
Never once said that. until
Okay,
now.
okay.
Is that
Again,
true?
you can believe what you want. It is true, and I told you that.
Claire tasked me with figuring out how to make it seem that we are not attracted to each other in a way that makes sense. She was very scared of the optics. She told me all the reasons why I can't tell the truth, and I went along with it. And
Sorry, that's exactly what you did to her. The exact thing that
now
you're
do you understand
describing.
gaslighting?
Oh my God.
So she said, how are we going to get out of this? You need to come up with a plan. And I came up with a difference of religion. She straight up said, I don't care about religion. I don't care about how my kids are raised.
literally-
And I went along with it. We were in it together.
So what you're saying is this was never authentic. What we are
Never.
seeing on that show,
Never.
it was never authentic. That
It was not. And that's the saddest part of it.
The reason why I went along, we went along with it,
Okay.
was because I realized very early that my marriage wasn't going to work out, right?
Why? I wonder why. You drove me away and then you left. You self-sabotaged.
Day two? Yeah, okay.
So you're taking no responsibility for
I
this.
will say, when you're controlled and you want something to work, you go along with it. We came for a marriage. I thought it was a team mentality. It was me and you together. And then the second
But
that you
it
left,
was.
but it was all to fulfill the narrative that you wanted.
But what is my narrative? I literally have none
that you
except
could
to be
leave.
married.
That you wanted to leave.
Yes, because I'm married to someone who hates me, who
Okay.
despises me.
We had to
If we
talk
were
her out
friends,
of
why
her
would I?
decision.
Why would you? If I actually despise you, why would you say we were friends?
Because
that
I
doesn't make
had, I had to
sense.
put together all these things that ended up being lies, right?
Hold on.
We're not going to see eye to eye on this.